Hello friends, and welcome to my video on the Aquarius woman. So what is an Aquarian lady? Well, she is the rebel of the zodiac. I would say she's a rebel of the zodiac. She's not someone whom you can say, okay, she is this right now, so she's going to be the same after some time. Now, I'm not speaking about the Gemini lady, I'm speaking about the Aquarian lady. She's so original in herself and so cerebral in herself that she has her ways of doing things. She will always rebel against the structures. Whatever structure she has been put into, she will rebel against it. You tell her, okay, my dear Aquarian lady, let's do a recipe together, okay? And then you take a recipe paper and then you start, cooking with her. And up to a certain extent, she just looks at it, she follows it a bit, and then she keeps the paper aside. She will just do her own things. She will put her own ingredients. She will twist the things according to her genius. She will twist the things. So this is an Aquarian lady in short. She will never follow those rules and regulations that you have put her into. No, this is not an Aquarian lady. If you want to be with her, you have to think out of the box. You have to think something completely crazy which doesn't exist. This is all about her. She's too cerebral in her mind. She likes to do things in a different way, She has that touch of, genius and originality. She'll always do it differently. She will never abide by those set of boundaries, those set of limitations. Limitations are only in her mind, yeah? Or she feels that limitations are only around her but not in her mind. It's like beyond. She wants to think beyond. Whatever she wants to do, it should be beyond. It should be something different. And that makes her quite difficult to be understood. Extremely difficult to be understood. Like if you must have seen your Aquarian lady friends, they are with you, they will be there, and look at them, they seem to be opaque. It's very difficult to read into the Aquarian eyes. Very opaque eyes they have. Like I have friends, the girls, and if I remember, it's like when I look at them, their eyes are very dreamy, but yet you cannot make out what they are dreaming about. You just cannot. They're so difficult to explore. Completely, I feel as if it's opaque. I cannot read through those eyes. They're very difficult to fathom. You need lots and lots of time and efforts and being with them night and day for years and years and years together in order to understand what those eyes are trying to tell you. They are there, they will be smiling, but inside of them, there are a lot of, new ideas being born every second. So you are there and you are speaking to them, they will smile, Even I had this friend at school, and I used to see her, biking after school, just on her bicycle going. And then if I would cross her path and I say hi, and she was not even looking at me, but she was smiling, So I used to feel she's smiling at me, but actually she was so much in her thoughts that, sometimes you have to stop ahead and then you have to wait, and yet the person just leaves, So you have to catch the attention. They're so cerebral. There's so much in their mind activity because for them there is this another world of possibilities that exists. And for this lady, it is the same thing. She doesn't go by the norms of this world. She goes by the norms of her own individuality, her own independence. She is really independent in nature. If you're dating an Aquarian lady, my dear, I have to tell you something. And what is that? Is that never try to structure her according to the home and hearth, boundaries, and don't put her into the jail of, you have to cook, you have to take care of the kids, you have to iron the clothes, and you have to, blah, 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 and take care of me and things like that. No way. You cannot do that with an Aquarian lady. She knows her job, okay? She'll do her things, okay? But that needs lots of efforts to reach to that point where she accepts to do it all. Inside of her, she doesn't want to believe in all those set boundaries. As I said, she is limitless. You cannot put somebody who is limitless into limits. As simple as that, my dear. And if you try to do that, you might face some problems. Face some problems in the sense she might disappear. She might be in front of you, but she will disappear, in the sense she will not be herself, She will be aloof because she cannot take orders upon herself. This is why she becomes a very good leader, because she can lead people. She understands people. She can lead people, but she cannot be put into certain, blockages or jails. Okay, so you have to respect her individuality. You have to respect that she will have a twist everywhere in whatever she does. If you're in a relationship with an Aquarian, I would like to tell you something about Aquarian ladies and relationships. They can appear so casual in a relationship. I mean, for them it's like friendship. Yes, it's like a very thin line of demarcation exists between friendship and a relationship. I mean, I've seen some of my Aquarian friends here who have had an affair and it didn't work out, and whenever they will meet that person again, they will still be as if they are in an affair with that person. In the sense, they can get cozy, they can get warm with that person. It's very strange to see that, because, for them, they forget very easily also. They are forgetful, They will, unless and until it was really that something that had very much touched their heart and they were completely, invested in that relationship, then it will take long time to heal. Yeah, then almost I would say a lifetime to heal they take. But otherwise they have a lot of casual relationships before, in the sense they are fathoming if this person is worth being my partner or not. And you have to really buckle up your shoes. You have to have lots and lots of patience, and you have to have that cerebral genius if you have to stay with an Aquarian lady. I have to tell you that. You cannot be just hanky-panky around this Aquarian lady. No, you cannot be. You need to have your cerebral antennas connected to I don't know how many Googles of the universe. And then you have to keep on getting information in order to communicate with her. She's an extremely intelligent lady. And she looks at you and she fathoms you. She fathoms you. She's extremely trusting lady. That gets her into problems. Yes, my dear Aquarian lady, you are too trusting when it comes to relationship. This is why long distance relationships really work very well with an Aquarian lady, because she's completely trusting. She doesn't know what are you doing over there, or she completely trusts you that you're not doing anything wrong wherever you are. You see your Aquarian partner, if you are living in another town and because of the jobs you cannot be together except for the weekends, she'll be fine with it. She's too independent, too strong-willed lady. So she'll be fine. She'll keep on trusting you. And sometimes she will see signs in front of her eyes, but she will, overlook them. Because of her trusting nature, she just cannot, be doubtful or suspicious about her partner. Somewhere I feel that gets her into trouble, because then many a times I say that they are too trusting, and then when the truth is out there, separation and divorce becomes imminent. Even there she will try to compromise sometimes, that okay fine, let's give it another try, but something inside of her dies over there, and then then she just she files for a divorce. She will file for a separation. She will just go away from you. And the thing is that she has so many things to do that next time, after some months, if you cross her path, she might say hi, hello, and she'll be very kind and all to you, but you will feel as if, oh, maybe she has suffered and all, unless and until you were the man in her life, the partner of her life, then it's a different story. But otherwise, it is very casual. She speaks to you, and then she has so many other people to attend to. She has so many other things to do. She's a busy woman. She has so many things to do. She'll disappear. You cannot expect her to sit and brood and cry and cry. No, she will not do that. She will not do that. She has a water element in her hand. That is, all her emotions are there. Maybe once in a while, for her true love, she will shed a tear, but that to be that true love, you have to be really lucky, because she's going to go through a lot of people in order to come to you and in order to understand you and to make you her true love. It's very difficult to pin down this Aquarian woman. You cannot pin down an Aquarian woman. She's like the air. Cannot catch the air. Yeah, for some time maybe in a balloon, like, you just crash. But no, she's not meant to be like that. She has this very charitable aspect also of her nature. She wants to do things for others, So you need to really understand this desire, this innate desire in herself. Like you need to understand her desires to do something for the humanity at large. She wants to do for others. Many a time she goes through a lot of painful moments in her life which get her to that point wherein she really wants to, do something for others. I don't know, you might almost see your Aquarian lady friends, sending you this petition to be signed. Let's save, the girl child, or the whales are being hunted again, or, Mother Nature needs our attention at this point of time, let us sign, or, this kind of revolutionary ideas, this rebel ideas, no, we are not going to accept these norms of government and things like that. They come mostly from the Aquarian brains, they are coming to you. And she has a mission on this earth. She's not just born under this sign for the sake of it. She's born under that sign because she has to do something for humanity. She has to do something on a larger level. You can see her as a social worker, as a teacher, as a doctor, as a nurse, even as a lady who works from house to house, cleaning, a maid who works from house to house, a beautician, whatever it is. But she has a purpose. This lady doesn't come without a purpose. She will always have a purpose. And if you are extremely narrow-minded guy who wants his woman to just stick at home and take care of his home and hearth, excuse me, you better forget her immediately. You cannot do that. But if you want a woman who is bright, who is witty, who is a rebel, but with a cause, and who will love you in unconventional ways, then you better opt for the Aquarian lady. She will never disappoint you. When she becomes your wife, she will take care of the house. When you have children, she will be very, very sweet and kind to the children. She's almost like she becomes them. And she will never put down her children whenever they say something, even if it's very, not making any sense. She will try to, understand that, because this is that cerebral genius that works inside her mind. She will try to understand her child. It's like, why did my child say that? Or she'll be understanding, and you see your Aquarian wife playing with your children. She'll be like hiding under the tables and, just see, she becomes like them, and she just enjoys that moment. She becomes them because she understands them. And your children will always have a very good guide who will teach them, in this form of this Aquarian lady, who will teach them how to be in this world, how to think out of the box, how not always to stick to those beaten paths, to make a way of your own. She will teach her children to make a way, a path of their own, make them revolutionary. So this is why the children of Aquarian people also have that dash of revolutionary ideas or rebellious ideas inside of them, or they think out of the box also. They have a different perspective on life because the mother has taught them this. Have a different perspective on life. Not because it is written, it is like that. No, challenge what is written. I say challenge what is written. This is what is an Aquarian woman. When she will be deeply in love with you, she will sacrifice a lot of things for you. She will really be very caring, very loving towards you. Yet, she will need her space and time off. She will be aloof at times, And you will start to wonder whether she loves me or not. But that's her way. She's very casual. She's very casual about relationships many a times. Very casual. She will meet everyone. I know of some of the Aquarian friends. I mean, we were from one class, but she had friends in all the other classes. And so whenever I used to walk with her, oh my God, every second step she will wait to speak to people. And that used to be so tiring, like, okay, when are we going back? That used to be the thing. But they know so many people, no matter what age, whatever the age of people, they are communicating, they are meeting people, be it the rich, the poor, whatever, how do you say, the status quo of the society that has been formed. She meets everyone, and she speaks to everyone with the same intensity. It's not like, oh, if you're somebody important, she's going to give you more, more importance, or if you're lesser, in your earnings, she's going to behave differently. No, she will never do that. She has the same, like a plateau, like same band of connecting to everyone. And at that time, if you meet her also, she'll speak the same way with you too. So the Aquarian ladies' partners usually are in a jam in their head, like, wow, does she love me? She loves me not. She loves me? She loves me not. So my dear Aquarian lady, you have to, sometimes give that food to your partner to say that, yes, I'm here for you. I know you are not somebody who will be disloyal, because loyalty is one of your biggest virtue. You will not be disloyal when you love that person and you've made up your mind, of course. Yeah, not before that. Nobody can, pin you down or say, okay, she's mine and things like that. No, nobody can possess you. But at the same time, if you are in love with that person, you need to show also sometimes that you're in love with that person. The Aquarian lady is too futuristic, but at the same time, the way she connects to her past is important. Her family becomes important for her because she needs to know where does she come from. Even if her way of relating with her family is also quite different. It's like, not like, like those kind of, very cozy warm hugs and, oh, mama, papa and all this kind of thing. No. It's not like that with the Aquarian lady. She relates to them, but again, that word casual comes in the picture, Like she has some kind of vibes that send a bit of space in between them and her. She loves them, but her way of expressing is entirely different. She will appear cold. If you see her, she'll appear cold sometimes. But actually, she's not cold. She feels, but again, in a very different way, she feels about things, about the family also. Her own past, her family, she feels very differently. She's very hilarious and humorous. In her own circle, she'll be very humorous, she'll crack jokes and things like that. And then with some people, she'll have that very deep talk also. And those talks again are of a different kind, completely different types. Like otherworldly talks, I would say, or some kind of ideas that are being born, like you feel you're sitting with a scientist and the scientist is and an expert on something that is, bringing about some topics on the table. And if you are also cerebrally quite good, then I feel that can be very interesting talks. Otherwise you feel, oh my God, I cannot handle those talks, because her talks are very deep indeed. So she will always, she has that thing, is that when she wants to do something, she will do it, no matter you say yes to her or you say no to her. So because of that, in a relationship, again, that poses a real problem. And the problem is that you cannot ask an Aquarian lady to behave according to your will and wishes. She's nobody's slave, she's nobody's servant, she's nobody's property. Yeah, she cannot be owned or possessed. She has to be let free. She has to, she has to be able to bloom with her ideas. If you want to keep your Aquarian lady, my dear, you have to accept this aloofness that she shows time to time. You have to get to her cerebral capacities, her way of seeing life. It's very different. You will never be disappointed by that because she has a different take on life. She's very ambitious. She can be extremely ambitious also, and she will reach where she wants to reach. There she's a man, she becomes like a man, you know. She's very, very hyper ambitious. I mean, I don't like to compare men and women because there is no comparison. They are different, okay? There is no comparison when you say, oh, men are stronger and women are weaker and things like that of the past, you know. But I just don't like to do that. But over here, if I have to show you that how powerful she is, she really is, you know, she expresses her femininity and personality so well. Yet, she has that tenderness inside of her. Yet sometimes you feel she's a little bit lost. She can appear to be lost because she's so much in her thoughts. She's so much in her thought world many a times. Is that she was supposed to come to your place to wish you a happy birthday, but she didn't realize that she had reached your house, but she goes right in front, and then after she says, oh, I'm late, I cannot go back to wish her. This has happened with me on my birthday. One of my friends, Samida, and I still remember 11th of February is her birthday, and she was supposed to come to my place. I had invited her for my birthday. Madam didn't arrive. And next day I asked, hey Samida, why didn't you come for my birthday? I was waiting for you. And she said, you know what? I had come. And then afterwards, I don't know, I didn't realize that I was in front of your house. I just went ahead. And then in my thoughts, she said, I completely forgot. And then after that, she said, I looked at my watch and I was like, oh, it's late now. There is no point in going. And so I went back home. I'm like, no. So this is a typical Aquarian trait also, is that they can be quite in their own world, you know, like the typical genius people. Like they will just, you know, forget sometimes what they were supposed to do. So forgetfulness is her biggest weapon also, because in that she tries to forget a lot of things that have caused her pain. Many a times what happens is that I've seen that Aquarian women have a difficult path. They have a difficult path because they have everything in their capacities, you know. But what happens is that sometimes that casual way of taking things puts things in a bit of a mess. And then it's like a puzzle. And then she spends her whole lifetime putting the right kind of pieces to make sense of that puzzle. So, my dear Aquarian lady, you have to be very careful upon that. It's good to be casual. It's good to be, distant or aloof because you need your space and time. But there are things that need to be understood. There are things which need anchoring. And don't be so trusting that you trust the wrong kind of people and then you mess up your life. I need to tell you that, but I know you're not going to listen to me because this is one of the Aquarian lady trait also, that she you can tell her things, but she will listen to what she has to take from that, and with her own originality and twist, she will format it in a different way, and she will perceive it, and she will digest it in a different way, and she will make sense to it. So I told you 1 or 2 lines about it. I don't want to tell you do this or do that. That doesn't work with you, and I won't do it either. Yeah. And the thing is also that I don't know if you have noticed the partners of the Aquarian ladies is that whenever you are going out and you tell her, okay, we are going to go for a wedding or a party or something, she has a very different way of dressing also, as if she wants to design or she wants to combine those different kind of colors regarding her clothes also. She has a very wacky sense of dressing up also, especially with the color combinations and all. She will go out and she doesn't matter for her. It will be very different for her, you know. She wants to do things differently. It's like, I am original copy of myself. I'm not going to imitate anyone, and I have my spontaneity, my originality, and that shouldn't be challenged by whosoever. I will dress up the way I want. Maybe she can wear two different, you know, different type of earrings instead of the same ones. One will be a pearl, and one will be something like a gold, something, you know, or a longer and a shorter, or the color of the socks can be a bit different, or, you know, like where she puts a watch, she can wear, you know, some kind of bands or something, you know, something completely different, you know. But she manages to attract attention. She manages to attract attention. You know, like, she can be a very good fashion designer also, I would say, that who comes up with very, you know, those kind of ideas that nobody has thought about. Those are the kind of things. And yes, never I have a problem with her. Like, for example, when you go with her in a restaurant and things like that, and you're sitting there and your dish doesn't arrive in 15 to 20 minutes, and then maybe she says to the lady there is like, or the man there is like, you haven't served us yet, you know, we are in a hurry, please, you know. And then after 45 to 50 minutes they bring the dish, and then there might be a problem with the dish that is being served, and then you should see her rebel thing coming up there. She will give left and right over there. She will make the person also feel, you know, like, what are you doing, you know? First of all, you took our time. Secondly, what you have served is not up to the mark at all. What do you take us for, fools? Or, you know, she will put it straight. She will be very direct with certain people. She doesn't, you know, how do you say? It's not because she wants to enter into an argument. It is a matter of justice. It's a matter of justice over here for her. It's the matter of being respected here for her. And this she will bring it to the table. And that is why she is the rebel of the zodiac, because she likes to rebel against all those kind of structures and norms that make no sense in today's world, because she's from the future. Yet she's connected to her past. But she doesn't see any sense in whatsoever is happening right now at this point of time in those structures and norms. Like, a girl has to get married at the age of so and so, and she will rebel against it, and she said, no, I don't think so. I just don't think so. Why should she? What is the reason? Doesn't make sense to me. So whatever comes, it will be slashed under the Aquarian lady's eyes, and she will see what is the truth in that. Does it make sense? She is the lady of the future, as I told you. So this is why the present becomes sometimes a bit difficult for her to take also. So she needs to be given a lot of space to express, space and freedom to express her originality, to express her views. And you will see, when you do that, she becomes comfortable in her surrounding. She becomes one with you on a lot of things, except for pinning her down. Yeah, so she has to be given a space and freedom. This is the mantra that I am giving to you. These are the tools, my dear, for your Aquarian lady. You have to give her her expression space. Otherwise, you will lose her. Even if she stays with you, you have lost her. Because in her mind, she is just, you know, fed up of you. You have to know that. Even her way of expressing love can be so unconventional. She will be completely, you know, not like those typical norms again. She will never be like that. She wants it differently. She wants to show her affection differently in different places. And that, if you're a very traditional kind of a partner, then you are in for a trouble. So if you're also equally, you know, like expressive and different about thinking it differently, then it's going to be lots of fun. But otherwise, it can be a bit uncomfortable with the Aquarian lady because she's cerebral even in your bedroom. She will be cerebral about things. She has to do things differently. So it's all about experiments for this lady. Oh my God, Aquarian lady, you are so difficult to fathom, you know that? So, when it comes to your health, I think you have to take care with your ankles, with your, with your attention, basically with your attention. So she'll be all about unconventional things there also. Regarding the marriages also, an Aquarian lady is never in a hurry to get married. She has to weigh you. She has to weigh you and your name before taking it. Okay? And she will probe into your deepest thoughts. She will enter into your mind and take out all the secrets, everything about you. But the moment you'll ask her questions, there is not much that you are going to get in return because she is like a secret herself. It will take a long time for you to figure out what she is, rather a lifetime, I would say. A lifetime you would take. She will never give out her personal thoughts completely, no. A bit pieces, a little bit of points here and there. But you will not know her completely. She will try to remain a secret to you. But she will completely, scan you. She will scan you and she will know what you are made up of. And that is why the trust issues are there, because sometimes her scanning can go wrong. And this is where she can fall hard on her face and take those deceptions in her life. And then it becomes a bit difficult for her. But when she accepts you, she's pretty sacrificing. She gives a lot. Motherhood is not very easy for her because, she's, for her also it's like, oh, what a creation. This is my creation. She'll be like that, She looks at everything through those eyes. But she'll be very dutiful and a very guiding mother to her children. Never she would punish her children for their originality. No matter what the difficult things that the children tell her, and if it is the truth, she will never punish them for that. She will try to understand her children right from, why they have done that. She will try to understand the root cause of things. And there's very few mothers who have that, who will try to understand the depth of their children's psychology. This is what she does. At times you might almost feel you are with a psychologist because she's really, she's very good at, speaking and getting things out of you. She's very comforting. This is why she has those humanitarian tendencies, because she knows she can feel the pain. She's an empath. She feels the pains of others also. And because of that, it becomes easier for her to relate to those people. And that jar that she carries all the time, it is for people. So because of that, what happens sometimes that I've noticed is that the Aquarian lady gets misunderstood quite a lot. She's really misunderstood in the sense her own family members can misunderstand her because she appears so aloof. So they feel her life is for all the others outside because she can give equally inside and outside the house. This is the problem. More, I would say, she gives attention to the outside world. Her mission, her purpose is on a global level, is on a bigger, wider scale, a humanitarian scale. So she's more doing for outside world. So if you are a possessive kind of a person, then in the house, it can create some kind of conflicts because her mission is higher purpose. Her calling is a higher purpose. While, yes, you are a part of it, but you are not that higher purpose also. So you need to understand that conflict in the Aquarian woman and not judge her on that. Because I see that many times they are judged on that, and this is how they land up alone because they are not understood by their own closest people. Regarding money also, she's very honest regarding money. Like normally she doesn't get into financial problems. But if she does, and if she borrows money from you, you have to know that she will always give everything back to you. It's not like, okay, it's friendship, so why don't you give me some discount on that? No. She's honest to the core. She will return everything to you. And that is what is an Aquarian, that water bearing lady, what that she is. Whatever she has, she pours it. And my dear Aquarian lady, you have to be very, very careful about something. And that something is, you really, really need to be careful about giving to wrong people. Emptying your pot on wrong people. Because you know what? The world has good and bad people. Your mission is a higher mission. So you have to go through lots also, a lot of difficulties, a lot of self-discovery, a lot of connection to a lot of things that you establish during a lifetime, okay, right from your childhood. You know that you have come for a purpose that is inside of you. But while walking on this path, make sure with your Aquarian genius and analytical skills and probing skills is that you are not pouring water in a pot that has many holes, because that will leave you exhausted, my dear. And many a times, out of your inner willingness to help others, people take advantage of you. They put you on, they push you to do something, and then they back out, and then you are left to handle that whole mess. So be careful when you give the best of yours to people who are not that deserving. And you know that your mission is higher. And I feel the Aquarian lady can make a very good teacher, because she can teach the younger generation especially of how to be self-motivated, how to look at life with a different perspective, with different eyes, and how to do things spontaneously and originally with that touch of the cerebral genius. So thank you, my dear Aquarian lady, for listening to me. Yes, indeed, I feel as if my search is still incomplete regarding you. And in the near future, I will definitely want to make one more video on the Aquarian lady, because she is very much of a secret book for me, and I am still studying her. Even if I have my best friends from the Aquarian side, yet I feel, even if I have known them for so many years, as if I just met them yesterday. So I will definitely find more about you and get back to you. So please do let me know. How did you like this video? Please do like, share and comment, and share with all those wonderful Aquarian ladies and their partners, of course. And yeah, I would like to ask you to comment on certain things of yours, because it will help me to understand you even more, okay, than what I have understood. I feel I have understood you, just not a lot. I have a long way to go. And I would like you to give me some of your inputs regarding you, my dear Aquarian lady, some of your points, how you are, and the points that I have missed in here. I would really, really like to know. So thank you, my dear, and keep being your revolutionary, your rebel, and your original self. God bless. Bye-bye. Take care. Bye.